Creativity can be found everywhere, in every human activity and at every stage of life. But in order to grow, it needs to be encouraged and promoted. To really flower, creativity needs to become the mission of an entire community. On the surface, Ada, Oklahoma looks like any other small town in America, but it's home to a community that's undergoing a creative revolution. Each summer, students aged 8 to 19 gather in Ada for the Chickasaw Summer Arts Academy, a summer arts camp sponsored by the Chickasaw Nation. Here, all the students and teachers are members of the Chickasaw tribe. For 2 weeks, they're immersed in studying dance, voice, theater, literary and visual arts, video production, and music, all leading up to a public performance at which they'll share their creativity with the entire community. Composer Jerod Tate teaches a music composition class.
Teaching composition, to me, is so important. You have to be a good teacher to help your kids. You can't skate by. You have to put an enormous amount of energy into what you do because the kids need that.
My name is Aubrey Halford. I am 12 years old and I'm from Ada, Oklahoma. Music is basically everything that I do. I live for music.
My name is Cruz Berry. I'm 18 and I'm from Lone Grove, Oklahoma. I've really enjoyed it. Having a teacher that's so receptive to like new ideas and you just have complete creative freedom to do whatever you want to do. I was trying to write some stuff this year and like I was just at a complete loss for any kind of melody. And then
Starting from scratch, the students have just 2 weeks to compose and polish a piece of music. In 2 days, their work will be performed by a professional string quartet at a concert for the whole community.
Although, even though most compositions are identified by melody and rhythm, sometimes the absence of a melody is equally marked. This was a major experiment for you, so let's talk a little bit about the very beginning.
I'm trying to imitate the call and answers beginning of a stomp dance.
For me, composition became a marriage of an identity of a classically trained musician and an American Indian. I have this drive and this need to help other kids find the same thing that I found.
Extremely hard to notate.
But what I think is really cool about what you did is that even if I don't know stomp dancing, I think the gesture sounds really, really cool.
Where does this come from?
It's such a wonderful thing and a wonderful experience and such a deep honor to be a mentor.
What makes the Summer Arts Academy possible is the support and vision of the Chickasaw tribal government.
This is where I would be.
Part of Governor Anatubby's vision for improving the lives of the Chickasaw people has been fostering the creativity of young people through the arts.
So, Governor, we're going to have you have a seat at the piano.
Okay.
On a tour of the Summer Arts Academy, the governor stops by Jerod Tate's class to visit with the students.
That's good. Right? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm very, very pleased with the work that Governor Anatubby has done. He is very supportive of the arts. He wants it to be a part of our lives, and he wants to be around it. And so for any artist to have a leader like that supporting the arts that heavily is, of course, a dream come true.
Jerod teaches me about as much as I would support him. Mentorship is important in any venue. I believe that's part of my role as governor.
It changes
The Summer Arts Academy is an example of that. You take a young person that has the ability in music, for instance, if they are challenged and they're given an opportunity to develop that skill or that talent, it gives them more self-esteem, it gives them the opportunity to do better, to be creative, and to do better in life. Proud of all of you. Proud of you too for coming forward and being a part of this academy and for exploring your creativity here.
We're about to begin. First of all, this is Danny.
At the Summer Arts Academy, a string quartet has arrived for rehearsals. They have just one day to learn the students' compositions before they perform them tomorrow night.
This is Aubrey Halford. She plays the flute, and this is Aubrey's first composition, and she is 12 years old.
It just took my piece to a whole new level. I couldn't imagine how it sounded in my little dark piano room. When all the parts were put together, it just sounded so much better than I had imagined.
The process of writing a new piece is it's really fascinating. When I sit down with students, and in particular the students that are doing this for the first time, I know for sure they're going to have something that they'll pleasantly surprise themselves with, and I know will make me proud. It's just like a given. But you don't know that at that moment. And every day when they come to a new realization, you're like, aha, and you see them on the path more and more and deeper and deeper. I can't explain how wonderful of a process that is. It's almost magical.
This year I got to the camp and I really didn't know, I couldn't think of anything. So Jerod's like, rhythms and time signatures. It's always cool, especially to hear someone else's interpretation of something that you've written. I came in with nothing and then I ended up with 6 pages, tons of time signature changes, 28 in the whole piece, just experimenting.
I believe that this experience of composing a piece, creating something out of nothing, so to speak, is easily transposed to any experience in life. If they wrote a piece that they never expected they could do, well, they can do something else that they never expected to.
How are you?
It's Friday evening, showtime at the Summer Arts Academy.
Think they'll let us in?
Governor Anatobi and the entire community are here to show their support and celebrate the students' creativity.
And the first work we're going to listen to is by Aubrey Halford, and it's entitled The Calling. I have to admit that I have nerves because I want this performance to go so well for them, and I want them just to walk home on cloud 9. When the kids leave the academy, the biggest thing that I want them to feel is a sense of joy and self-worth. I want them to see themselves as important people.
It's incredible because you can say, I did that, I wrote that, that is mine.
I really want our people to be successful. we will have a strong nation in the future if we're able to help our young people to be educated and develop the talents that they have, regardless of where those talents are.